Alright, welcome back to Between the Keys. A song by Tom Odell today called Another Love. And it's a song in the key of E minor. Here's E minor. This was a song requested by my current piano student and I was teaching him today. The intro takes a bit of working out. The intro is starts on an E minor that's here. Here's your root position E, E minor. Go up a first inversion and then second inversion, and then you go back to root. So it's a second inversion chord to start. Just the right hand for now. That's a D major chord. It starts from the fifth and there's a passing note up to E minor again. On my chord chart it says G. I think you could play either. They both sound right. Not much of a difference there. But actually I think it is a G chord, personally. That's what I hear on the record. So again with the left hand now, we've got the root, the fifth, and the root again. That comes in first. And then the chord in the right hand, again syncopated, offbeat. I played E minor there, I meant to play G. Again. Yeah, I think G. You play around with that, tell me whether you think that's E minor or G major there. Then it moves up to a C chord and back down to E minor, but there's a little melody in between which is G, D, C, C major and E minor. Then it plays that first chord again up to A, B minor. So B minor, I'm doubling the F sharp, D and G, down to C. Again, here's our C chord. I'm playing the C on top as well, and the E as well. So that is actually, again, a second inversion chord. First, second, and back to root. I'm playing the third twice. So a 4-note chord to finish. Let's do the whole thing again. I want to show you that first part again slowly. So that's the B and D, the B and E, sorry, in the left hand. Again, meant to play G, didn't I? That's your C chord again. Remember, we're playing E minor now. No, you see, on the chord chart, I did that by accident. On the chord chart, it says to play A minor, but you just need an A note to get back to that B minor chord there. So both these. So that's the introduction. Once it gets to ba ba ba, it just starts again. Again, I want to play G there, not E minor. Either or. I keep doing it to try and decide, but sometimes it's a matter of taste, you know. What do you hear on the record? Once again, what do you hear? Do you hear that G? Again, once we hit that C, we go back round. I hit E minor there. Maybe I'm misremembering, but yeah, after the C. Anyway, that's the introduction. Going to take some doing, but once you get it, you'll be moving on to the verse. And the verse is quite nice and slow, and it's a C chord to start. I want to take you somewhere so you know I can. Hold up, what chords did I play? C. I want to take you somewhere. E minor. A minor, so you know I can. Back to E minor. And now B minor. But it's so cold, I don't know where. And back to C. So C, E minor, A minor, E minor, B minor, and C. I want to take you somewhere. I'm moving up to an E minor here, because I feel like it sounds right. So you know I can. That A minor is quite fast, it doesn't stay long. No, I can, but it's so cold. There's your B minor. I don't know where. And C. I brought you daffodils, E minor to A minor on a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last spring. B minor to C. And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright, but I'm so tired to share my nights. Beautiful lyrics. And again, I wanna cry and I wanna love, but all my tears been used up. Really beautiful lyrics. So I'm starting to really love this song now. I feel like now I can play it. I'm starting to love it. How about that? It's a long verse. It goes around those chords 4 times. From I want to take you somewhere so you know I can. It's so cold I don't know where. That's 1. It does it 3 more times. I brought you daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last spring. And I want to kiss you, make you feel alright, but I'm so tired to share my nights. And I want to cry, and I want to love, and all my tears have been used up. Alright, chorus. On another love, all my tears have been used up. So that's a C to start. On another love, G. Another love, E minor. All my tears, B minor again, have been used up. Back to C. So C to G, E minor, B minor, and C. That's the chorus. On another love, G. Another love. All my tears have been used up. On another love. Another love. All my tears have been used up. Goes from C to G and then E minor, ooh, to B minor to finish the chorus. And the instrumental comes back in. So the introduction. Good stuff. That's that instrumental. Goes around twice, and it comes in with the verse again from C. And if somebody hurts you, yeah, I wanna fight, but my hand's been broken one too many times. So I use my voice. I'll be so fucking rude. Words they always win, but I know I'll lose. And I'd sing a song that would be just that. I sing along to another heart, and I wanna cry, I wanna learn to love, but all my tears have been used up. Beautiful. That's your second verse. Again, C. Na 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 na. E minor, A minor, E minor. My hand, B minor to C. many times. And it goes back to the chorus. On another love, G down to E minor. All my tears, B minor, have been used now. Another love, all my tears have been used now. It might be here that the chorus picks up a little pace, get a little bit more rhythmical. So you could play 4 to a bar, meaning 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does do that in the song. It starts to pick up some rhythm there. So you could also play the chorus like that. On another love, another love. And make sure you sing another love before you come in with that G chord. You could sing it over C. On another love, another love. All my tears have been used up. On another love, another love. And so on and so on. So it goes round. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Goes around 3 times and then it hits the C. Goes to E minor again. Ooh, E minor down to B minor. And would you believe it? It comes back in with that introduction again. Play it again because I'm finding the introduction the most difficult part of this song, which it is. So go back to the start. If you haven't learned that introduction, that is the tricky part. Don't skip it. It's a beautiful part of the song that is the, what am I talking about? It goes round and it comes back in many times throughout the song. Excuse me, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, I want to sing a song that would be just ours. That's the 3rd verse. I want to sing a song that would be just ours. But I sang them on to another home. Notice there on the B minor, I played B minor 7. I like the sound of minor 7 chords. I don't think he actually plays one, but it's not that noticeable if you change it. Sang a song to another home. Sounds nice to me. Okay, and then there's another chorus to finish. On another love, another love, all my tears have been used up. On another love, 4 to a bar. Make sure you've got that 4 to a bar, especially to keep up the energy there towards the end of the song. Anyway, it finishes with all my tears have been used up. G, E minor, B minor. It fades out there very nicely on B minor. And that is Another Love by Tom Odell. As always, thanks for tuning in to Between the Keys. Hopefully this is a popular song still and people want to learn it. And which means I didn't completely waste my time, you see. But hopefully you did. Hopefully you wanted to learn this song, you searched it up, and hopefully you clicked on my one and learned it with me. And that's great. That's the power of the internet, man. Isn't it great? I'm teaching you from Chiang Mai in Thailand once again. Just moved into a new place. And it's good to be back, teaching you on Between the Keys. If you like the video, click like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that's great. And I hope to see you in the next one. We've got some classical pieces coming soon, such as Moonlight Sonata and Fair Elise. As always, I'm Dan, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.